Hey guys, it's Jen at the Wheelhouse Project, and I just wanted to elaborate on a video that I put out yesterday around surrender. And what I was being shown today is around sort of the hooks that we've got in things. So when we have hooks in things, we are basically sort of dragging them, right? We're dragging them with us. So we're not allowing ourselves to be in the flow. So if you can imagine yourself in a river and you need to flow, you're basically grabbing onto boulders, right? Like you're grabbing onto this boulder and that boulder, and you're holding onto all these boulders, and maybe you've got chains around them and you're holding on tight. And you're just not allowing yourself to flow with the life that was meant for you. And that can be that you have hooks in people, in pets, I have a story about that in a minute, in pets, in places, in things, in jobs, in career paths, you name it, like things that you like sort of feel, make you feel safe, right? Make you feel safe, but maybe it's not in alignment for you. Or it might even be in avoiding things like maybe you feel safe being alone and you don't want anyone in your life, and so you cling to that too. You push people away. But there's so many different things. And one example I had of that was, it was almost a couple years ago now. I had one of my dogs was really sick, had cancer, and my healer that I was working with at the time said to me many times, she really wants to go. She's ready to go. She's ready to go. And I was like, yeah, I honor that. I honor that. But then we did a session one day and she said, we just pulled out all your hooks. Like, what we just worked through, pulled out all of, your final hooks in Ella, your dog. And no joke, she just plummeted later that day, and died that weekend. So but it was not a bad thing, right? I felt like, okay, she's a sovereign being, and I have been clinging to her for, in a sense of safety. And I actually freed her soul to go. Like, she was ready to go for a long time. But I had these hooks in her, right? And I think it's really something to be aware of, is that when you've got hooks in people, or things or places or pets or whatever, when you're gripping to them for safety, when your ego is gripping to them for safety, then no one's free to do what they want to do, and you're not free to do what you want to do, especially. Like, it's really important that you're allowed to be in the flow, that you allow yourself to be in the flow. And that means that, hey, if you follow the course of events, in life, and you let go, and you don't freak out, you don't tighten up, you don't worry, you don't fear, and you don't put that energy on anyone else either. I mean, if you're worried about, your children or whatever, that's not putting good energy on them. That's hooks, right? So we have to take all the hooks out of everything. We have to allow everything to flow as it's meant to. And actually that puts it all on the highest path. That puts everything exactly where it's meant to be. So that's where you need to be, to allow yourself to be in the flow and allow everyone else to be in the flow, to pull all those hooks out. And all those moments that you feel your body tense up, or go to fear, or worry, or grip at something, or maybe be fearful you're going to lose something, those are moments of awareness, to let go, and to trust in the divine plan, to trust in where you're being guided, and to literally, energetically let go of everything and just see what happens, right? Just let it go. And it's, it actually is going to lead you. I know some people think, oh, I can't let go of my partner or whatever. But actually not having hooks in them is going to lead to the best possible relationship you could have, because that energetic tugging on others is never a good thing, because you're holding, those worries, those fears, whatever, it's holding them in a place, or an energetic pull on them that's not allowing them to be fully in the flow either. So again, it's honoring everyone and everything, to really let go and just flow and just trust. And to also know that when you do that, it's going to bring you better things, better alignment, better life, and everyone else. It might deepen your relationships. It might, the money that you're concerned about will just flow to you, or the situation, or the the things that you need will just flow to you, but you have to let go, because the more you dig in, the more out of flow, the more you're in force and gripping and fear and control and tightness, and the less in flow you are. And flow is the way to go. Flow is where you want to be, in that divine flow, because that's when the divine can bring you your best possible life in all ways, and everyone else as well. I hope that helps. So much love to you.